Hey, Nelson, alcoholic addict. That is not my real name. That's my pen name that I use here at LOL Sober. When I first got sober, I went to a 12-step meeting in New York City 4 days a week that did not allow swearing. So think about that. 4 days a week, no swearing for an hour. And they put up these laminated signs. And if you can just pause for one moment and reflect upon that mixture, it's New York City people who are alcoholics and addicts and not allowed to whip out any four-letter words. If you've been on the subway for 10 seconds, you know how hard. It's a rough and tumble city, and so not swearing is just a wild concept. Make no mistake, it happened every meeting that someone lobbed out an F-bomb or three or five, but the chairperson would always gently say, "No cursing, please. No cursing, please." And the people they usually responded quite well, and they didn't swear anymore. And so that was interesting. I was the chairperson quite a few of those meetings, even early in sobriety, and it was tough, man. People would come in hot, and they'd be dropping bad words, and you're like, "I'm sorry, no cursing, please." But we did it. It was group conscience, and it was really interesting. I adjusted pretty quickly because I really liked the meeting, and I liked the meeting more than I liked swearing. And I happen to like swearing quite a bit, so that says something. I was really determined to be as sober as possible by whatever rules they came up with. And I even had about a 6-month stretch where I took that no swearing rule and I incorporated it into my life outside the rooms. And so I ended up not using much bad language for quite a long time. And you know what? It might sound crazy. It helped. It really did. It helped my serenity just a little bit, just a bit. It helped me do a little less gossiping, a little less bad mouthing of people. And when I did need to unload about something, I generally found without the swear words that I was throwing fastballs that were just like 10 miles per hour slower. So it actually helped. And I've been thinking about that meeting a lot and the no cursing suggestion a lot lately because I've been swearing a lot. I don't have anything against bad language. I personally am not someone who believes that it's on the list of the most important things in the world that I need to avoid or that anybody's keeping track of it and I won't. I just don't have a problem with swear words. But I have caught myself multiple times chucking around F-bombs and other R-rated words all day and then having a hard time shutting it off in the afternoon when my kids get home. And also, it's really hard sometimes you're in a work meeting where it's just not appropriate maybe to not be swearing. It's just nobody needs to hear that aggressive language in a business setting. I don't want to be fired for swear words, right? So those are really bad signs for me. It means I'm just like a tad adrift, just a little bit off with my spiritual gas tank. Because there's days where I am barely catching terrible words before they escape my lips and my 7-year-old hears them. I don't really want to be that dad. I don't want to be that dad that's cursing all the time in front of their kids. I actually saw what that looks like the other day when I had my first grader down at the school playground for a while, and there was a kid. He was maybe 8 or 9 years old, a little older than my daughter, and he was just walking around from each piece of equipment, from the slides to the jungle gym to the swings, and at each spot he just would yell randomly, "What the hell is going on?" Over and over again. What the hell is going on? And it was clear he'd heard that somewhere and he knew it was something he shouldn't be saying and he just couldn't resist. He just had to. And I'll never forget the sight of him careening around on this mulch. All this equipment, all these confused little kids. He's just screaming at everything and everybody, "What the hell is going on?" And I don't really want to spawn any small humans that are doing that. I noticed myself. I also noticed that swearing at a couple meetings that I went to, and it was more than usual. It doesn't really I can't say it deeply bothers me, but I found myself doing a little bit more than usual over the past 6 months or so. And during that time period, I've also I've again spotted how newly sober people they take their cues from the people who are sitting in the meetings and have been going to meetings for a while. They're trying to get the hang of this, and they're using us, people who've been around for a while. They're using us as guides. And I forget sometimes that there's a good chance at a big meeting that somebody in that room of alcoholics and addicts, somebody might be pretty new, and they might not know how meetings are supposed to look and feel. And so if I'm coming in hot, railing about my kids or my boss or a driver, and I'm swearing like a pissed off truck driver, well, that has an impact. And I say I say all of that, right? And I'm realizing I'm actually not quite ready to not swear. It'd probably be a healthy, fun challenge to at least try. So I am a little closer to considering it. I'm a little closer to trying to pull it off in my own life. But for now, I'm just going to be happy that I made it through this whole goddamn newsletter without swearing. Oh shit. Okay, maybe not. maybe I yelled, "What the hell is going on?" quite a few times earlier, and then I just swear it a couple more times. So hey, listen, I'm trying. I'm gonna keep thinking about it. Thank you so much for letting me share.